cruising like a couple of cats.
Almost exactly 1 year ago from this very day, I was driving back home one night with my brother Luke, and we were driving on Highway 49, and the temperature that night was minus 10 degrees. And I know a lot of you who live in Canada and up north are probably laughing at me saying minus 10. Have you ever experienced minus 60? Well, truth is, no, I haven't, but minus 10 is enough for me any day. So we're driving back home on Highway 49. It's kind of late, we're a little tired, it's cold, and as we're driving back home, I'm observing the smokestacks around, and because of, I assume the humidity was high, I'm not sure, I'm not a meteorologist, the humidity must have been high, the temperature was cold, but the smoke coming out of various smokestacks and random factories on the way back home that I was just seeing on the horizon, some close, some far off. But the smoke was so thick and just extra dense, and it was a very dreamy looking scenario because the smoke would come up out of the factory, out of the smokestack, and just kind of spread out and just sit up there because there was no wind. But it would just kind of it rose up and it would just kind of just sit there, you know. And there's just something about it. Already it was just looking unique and just looking, it's just like something you want to just kind of sit down and just look at for a while. There's something just so majestic about it. There's something calm. Look at the fog on that snow. That was just amazing. Alright, I just want you to go real slow. So we kept driving home, and just more smokestacks. Every single building that had, a vent on it with some sort of warm air that was condensing into the air, and it was just a sight to be seen, really, because on a normal day, I never remember seeing nearly as much smoke coming out of all these vents and exhaust ports and just all this different stuff. And we keep driving, and finally we're almost home. I say to my brother, I say, Luke, why don't you drive over to the magnet mill, as we call it. It's a powder tech. They manufacture powder for magnets or something. In other words, I don't really know what they do. So he drives the car over there, and I just so happen to have my camera on me, and I pull it out, and I'm getting video of this thing, videos of the smoke, and just the whole experience was just kind of a surreal thing. It's just one of those times, one of those memories that you make that you never will forget it. Just the scenario, what you did that day, maybe just kind of the whole feeling, maybe the mood you were in, the setting, the day it happened, and it's just one of those things that locks in your mind, and you see it, and it's just a feeling that you get, like a magical experience.
We got a bad rabbit.
Did you see a rabbit? So I'm looking at the smoke. I'm looking very closely at it, and I noticed something, and it hit me right there. There's snow falling from these smokestacks. Look at the glitter. It's actually snowing out of the smokestacks. That's unbelievable. Look at the temperature. -7. We're parked right underneath the smokestacks. Look at that. And it's snowing out of the smoke generated from the... That's amazing. And it was just an awesome thing, an awesome... to realize that all at once. I've been a weather enthusiast for all of my life. And to see this was just... It just put me in a great mood. I just got a big smile on my face. Even my brother thought it was cool, and he's not into weather nearly as much as I am. So these little tiny ice crystals are coming out of these smoke plumes that are coming out of the factory. And I thought, isn't that something? This little man-made factory, the hot, warm air is condensing into these clouds of smoke, and it's precipitating. There's snow, there's baby little ice crystals coming out of these smokestacks. And it was just to most people, that kind of thing is something that you hear it and you're like, yeah, it must have been cool. But it truly is one of those things where you had to be there. And hopefully this video will let you experience what we did that night driving back home on old Highway 49. Hope you guys enjoyed this story. I'll always remember it. And as simple as it may seem, it was fantastic, surreal, magical, dreamlike.
We proceed.
So beautiful. It made me feel like a child again.
Disgusting. This isn't supposed to be happening.
It gave me the ability to appreciate simple things that as you get older you don't appreciate anymore. And it's true that when you are a child, everything is bright and brilliant. So I encourage you, go back to the simple things and appreciate them for what they are. And I promise you, you'll never be disappointed, because the magic in things is always there. It always will be there. Slow down for a minute and take a look at it.